She served with unwavering faith. And we should reflect on that. Very simple, Katha. Her dedication to Bhagwan Ram is a source of inspiration for many. And she waited for the arrival of her Bhagwan. She waited there with patience, with devotion. She had that Shraddha. She had that bhakti within her. Her life teaches us. If we go into her detail of life, it teaches us the truth of devotion. That there's no boundaries. She had that love, she had the patience, the sincerity to meet with Bhagwan. But also, many other bhakt enjoy Bhagwan Ram. When he came in Treta Yuga, so much other company, so much other bhakt came with him. They all had something in common. They all wanted to gain moksha. To gain moksha, not to be with the devatas alone. They had a better plan than that. They wanted to be at the feet of Bhagwan all the time. And this was what all of them had. This is what they wanted to be within the core of that divine energy. And if we go into detail, Bhakta Prahalad, Dhruva, Valmiki Rishi, Gajendra, Mirbhai, Jatayu, Ajamil, and we can go on and on with all of these who came to serve their Bhagwan, who give, and I say this loosely, who give their all. Every moment of their life, they spent in the name of Bhagwan. They sang his virtues. They every breath that they took was He Rama. I don't know if you remember in Guyana, I remember my Aji. She was a farmer, no? And every time she has to lift the basket, as soon as the weight get her hands, she would, He Ram, no? And she put it on back and then she said, He Ram. But we were little, we just overlook it, no? But they call Bhagwan every move of their life. And today, what those devatas did, what those bhakta of Bhagwan Ram did, they sang the name of Bhagwan. Sita, 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 Sita. You gotta help me. Sita,
Sita, Sita, Sita, Sita, Sita, Sita,
Sita, Sita, Sita, Sita Rama Gaye. Jai Radhe Radhe Shyam, Jai Radhe Radhe, Sita Rama Sita Ram, Radhe Shyam Gaye. Sita Rama Sita Ram, Radhe Shyam Gaye. Sita Rama Sita, continuously. Sita Rama Sita Ram, 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 Sita Rama Sita Ram. Prem se bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. Every moment that they have, every chance, it was Ram ki naam on their lips. It was Bhakti Bihari, it was Krishna on their lips. But if you go back just a little in Tulsidas Ramayan, after listening to the entire Katha from Bhagavan Shiva, Garud wanted more. He wanted more. He wanted to listen to the name of Bhagavan Ram over and over. So what happened? Bhagavan Shiva saw the urge in him, the devotion in him. So Bhagavan Shiva directed him to where? To the Himalayas. And where? Who was there? Katha Basundi was there. And what he was doing, he was spending every chance that in this life that he had, he was spending on the name of Prabhu Sri Ram. He was teaching everyone. He was constantly reminding the people of the Shastras, of the Kahani, of the story. Because why? It was easy for him. Because he lived the story with Bhagavan Ram. He spent every moment of his life. And this what Garudji wanted to listen to. So he approached this Kag Basunji. And what he did, he went to his feet, and he was well appreciated when he got there. He was embraced with love, because everyone could have seen how devoted Garud was. But if we go back a little, Lomas Rishi was the guru of Kag Basundi. And so he would educate him about Bhagavan. And Rishi Lomas, he was Maharishi. Lomas Rishi decided to teach Basundi the principles of Nirgun Brahman. And we talk about that lately here. About Nirgun Brahman. Bhagavan without the form, without the attributes. And we talk about that on and off, that the saints and the sages, they didn't need a murti to pray to Bhagavan because they had his vision within their eyelids already. But Kag Basundi, he was adamant. He was adamant that he be taught about Sagun Brahman. And Sagun Brahman is Bhagavan with form, no? Bhagavan with form, it's Bhagavan with attributes, Bhagavan within the murti, like what we are worshipping here this morning. And if you remember, when Pandit started, I don't know if it's you or me, when we started Bhagavad Gita 12:1, Bhagavan Krishna said what he said. Evam satata yuktaye bhaktasvam parayupasate yecha sharam avyaktam desham kiyoga vidama. Arjuna, he says, between those, he asks that question, between those who are steadfastly devoted to your personal form, your murti form, or those who worship your formless, your nirgun form, which one, hey Bhagavan, which one you consider your best of devotees? And that's where chapter 12 continues to tell us how much Bhagavan cares for each and every one of us, whatever form you choose. But Lomas Rishi, he was the guru, the Vidya guru of Kag Basundi. And he was trying to instill the Nirgun form of worship because he knows the ability of Kag Basundi. He knows how much he cares for his Bhagavan. He knows how much, he knows that he played with his Bhagavan. But he knows Bhagavan in and out, he says loosely, no? But Kag Basundi, in his little mind, he thought that he was not ready for this yet. He thought that he was not ready, that he wanted that little murti so that he can clasp it to his arm, to his heart. And Rishi got angry and he gave shrap to his chela, no? That he was born as a crow. And he came as Basundi. And Lomas Rishi regretted giving this shrap to his student. And he taught him the principles right there about Sagun Brahman. The way man should worship this Murti Roop, of Bhagavan, which brings you closer to achieve that Nirgun Brahman. These saints and sages, they went through so much life of being worshipped in Sagun form. And then when they were ready to see, when they had that drishti, then they could have seen Bhagavan in his Nirgun form. I want to leave with you a beautiful chopai. It says, Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Kahe vasunda sunahu Gaganayak Ramacharitra Sevak Sukadayak Sevak Sukadayak Nripa Madhira Sundar Sabhabhati Nripa Madhira Sundar Sabhabhati Kachita Kanakamani Nana Jati Nana Jati Ram 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 Siya Ram 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 Bholo Ram Siya Ram. Kahaka Basundi, he turned to Garud. He says, O chief of birds, that the story of Prabhu Sri Ram is the delight of all his bhaktas, of all his servants. And the Raja Dashrath, the king palace in Ayodhya, was beautiful in every way. It was all gold studded. It was built with precious stone of various kind. He said that the courtyard where the four brothers played every day was magnificent. And this is what Thad Basundi, I told you before, that he played with Bhagavan. This is what he's telling Garud. He started from there. He says that as Bhagavan Ram plays in that courtyard, the queens, his mother, Mata Kaushalya, and all the other queens, they found joy in every step that he made in that courtyard. And he continued describing Bhagavan at the end of Ramcharitamanas. He says, he says that his tender frame was dark and blue, with a greenish tinge resembling that emerald. He put some great words into these description. He says that every limb of his body had the loveliest and numberless form of compress. He says that at one time Bhagavan Ram and him was playing, and as they were playing in this courtyard, Bholo Ram Siya Ram, Bholo Ram Siya Ram, Bholo Ram 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 Siya Ram Ram Ram, Bholo Ram 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 Siya Ram Ram Ram. Aavad nikat hatani Prabhu jajak rudhan karari, जाओ समय पगहान पधा फिर चिते पराही बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम राम. He says one day we were playing Dasharat palace. And as I went near to Prabhu, Bhagwan smiled. But and then he played a game with him. He says that he flew up into, remember Garud was a crow, no? Kakbasundi was a crow. And he flew up into the air. And he said that when he flew up, Bhagwan came behind him. And he says every time he looked back, Bhagwan is there. He's 2 fingers away from him. And he was giving Bhagwan such a playful time. He played with him. He flew all over above Ayodhya. And Kakbasundi had so much fun. And Garud sit there. Imagine Garud at the feet of Kakbasundi, and he's enjoying this kahani, this katha, this lila of Bhagwan. He says that avidya has no power over the devotees of Sri Hari. And this is what he was teaching him. He says avidya is, you have to have vidya, to have knowledge. He says it is vidya, it is knowledge of Ishvara, of Bhagwan in its relative aspect. That goes over him as directed by Bhagwan. He says that once you have the knowledge, the vidya of Bhagwan, then, only then, you can go into the Nirgun worship. Because you have to, if you like something, like I like mango, and I know every part of that mango, every string of the mango. I like Cadbury better though. I like Cadbury. I can tell you exactly what ingredients make up the Cadbury chocolate bar. No? So this is how Kakbasundi was with his Bhagwan. He knew everything because he played with him. He came back from the skies and he landed. He saw the Vishwaroop of his Bhagwan. He saw him in a group, in one form. He saw him in many forms. He says when he came back into Ayodhya, Bhagwan was smiling on his mouth. As he opened his mouth, he ended up into Bhagwan, into that world of Bhagwan. And he says within that body of Bhagwan, what he saw? He said he saw thousands of other universe. Thousands of mountains, of trees, of everything within Bhagwan. He saw all the samsara. He saw all of us within there, in different world. But he says what he saw, what he didn't saw is multitudes of Bhagwan. He saw only Bhagwan. Although there was millions of different world, he only saw Bhagwan within. And just for lack of time, I'm trying to get to the bottom of my katha. He says that he turned to Garud and he says, "Hey Garud, remember Bhagwan at every step of your life. Every moment, every chance you have, that there is only a group of Bhagwan. There's only one Bhagwan. Hold on to him. Every opportunity you have in this Manuj roop, in this roop that you have, because only his name can take you across this vast ocean." He says, Kakbasundi, he held on to his Bhagwan. Garuda held on to his Bhagwan. So you too can hold on to your Bhagwan. Call upon him every chance you have. Remember, Bhagwan doesn't get hiccups. He does not get hiccups. So you can call on him as much as you can. And he enjoys that. He says, whenever you have chance, Date Karam Bhikari Sari Dhuniya, Date Karam Bhikari Sari Dhuniya, Ramai Kadhevata Pujari Sari Dhuniya, Pujari Sari Dhuniya, Date Karam Bhikari Sari Dhuniya, Date Karam. द्वारे पे उसके जाते कोई भी पुकारता, परम कृपा दे अपने भव से उभारता ऐसे दीननाथ पे, ऐसे दीननाथ पे बलिहारी सारी दुनिया, बलिहारी सारी दुनिया। दाता एक राम भिखारी सारी दुनिया, दाता एक राम भिखारी सारी दुनिया, दाता एक राम। Only at the feet of Prabhu Sri Ram, one little song tells us, दूसरों के दुखरा दूर करने वाली. He says, only at the feet of Prabhu Sri Ram, all dukh, तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे Ram. That only at his feet all dukh can be nash, all dukh can be removed, all sorrow can be removed, and it can be replaced by happiness. प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय.